They're dealing with the messy, immediate complexities of family life and individual needs.
So Anne Mom represents maybe another kind of adult blindness. Not blinded by lies necessarily, but maybe blinded by her own rigid commitment to her version of the truth, her cause.
That's a really insightful way to put it, yeah. Performative truth, maybe.
So you've got Igor kind of paralyzed by fear and finances, and Anne Mom kind of distracted by her ideological mission, and neither of them are quite providing the stable ground Vera seems to desperately need.
Both failing in their own ways to give her that sense of security and clarity she's craving.
And layered underneath all this current family stress, there's this ghost from the past, isn't there? This unresolved history.
Yeah, the mystery around Vera's birth mother. Mom, as Vera thinks of her, the one who left.
And this isn't just background detail. The source really emphasizes this as a core part of Vera's internal struggle. It's called the missing piece of her life.
Right. Her big wish, her driving need, seems to be finding out about her mother, understanding why she left. It suggests her search for identity is deeply tied to resolving this absence.
So think about that layering effect. The whole nation is politically fractured by this 53rds thing. Her immediate family unit is fractured by Igor's stress and Anne Mom's distracted activism.
Right.
And then even her own origin story, her connection to her birth mother, is fractured by this mystery, this sense of abandonment.
Everything around her feels unstable, incomplete, broken in different ways.
Does that maybe explain why she clings so tightly to facts, to her diary?
It seems very likely, doesn't it? If the emotional landscape is so uncertain, if she can't fully rely on the adults around her for consistent emotional truth or security.
Maybe intellectual truth, the stuff she can verify and document herself in her notebook, becomes her only reliable anchor, her way of creating some kind of stable foundation in a shaky world.
A coping mechanism born out of necessity.
Okay, so all these pressures, the political madness outside, the financial stress, the emotional tensions at home they're all building, and the source suggests they converge, pushing Vera towards this final, really intense conflict, a moment that forces her to figure out what she truly believes in, what survival actually means.
Right, it leads to this breaking point.
Yeah.
And significantly, it happens at school, in that supposedly neutral space of education.
Yeah.
Hashtag 4.1, the school debate dilemma.
What happens?
She gets this assignment, and it's described as the ultimate unfair task. She's forced to participate in a school debate.
Okay, debates happen. What's the topic?
She has to argue for the 5-3 amendment.
Wow, okay. She has to publicly defend the very law that disadvantages her heritage, the law she knows is unfair and dangerous.
Exactly. It's more than just an academic exercise, right? It feels like this profound act of almost intellectual coercion. The system itself, even the school system, supposedly about learning truth, is forcing her to adopt and articulate the logic of the thing that oppresses her.
That's incredibly cruel. How does she handle that?
Well, it seems designed to really test her, to challenge her core understanding. Can she just refuse? Probably not easily in that school setting. So she has to engage with it. She has to understand the arguments for it from the inside out.
So, ironically, being forced to argue for it might actually deepen her understanding of why it's wrong.
That seems to be the effect. It's this harsh lesson in political reality, maybe, forcing her to grapple with the sophisticated ways injustice can be rationalized. It strips away any naive opposition and replaces it with a really clear-eyed understanding of the opposing view.
It's like a terrible, twisted form of critical thinking exercise, testing if her reliance on facts can survive, being forced to manipulate them for an argument she detests.
But this crucible, this intense pressure, it seems to be what pushes her towards her final, crucial insight. By having to truly understand the architecture of the lie, she solidifies her own grip on the truth.
She sees through the justifications.
That's exactly. The complex arguments for the amendment are revealed through her forced engagement,